Pregame.com.
Welcome back to Pregame.tv. I'm Marco D.Angelo, and I'm joined today with Tony George. We're going to take a look at the Super Bowl. We've got Baltimore and San Francisco. We're going to talk the total in this game, Tony. And this game opened up San Francisco 5-49. Now, we're taping on Friday afternoon, Super Bowl obviously on Sunday. Right now, the current line around town, we're seeing San Francisco pretty much fours across the board now. And we're seeing the total, it's starting to creep back up. We're seeing it at 47.5. What are your thoughts on the total in this game?
Well, I'll tell you what, I took a look at this game up one side, down the other, and what a great matchup. And what I'm looking at this game at is the one thing I look at in Super Bowls is fundamentals. And the two fundamentals in this game that both teams have strengths in is defense and running the football. Playing good defense and running the football eats a lot of clock. Now, these two teams played last year around Thanksgiving, 16-6 ball game. Real smash mouth type football. I see the same thing coming down the pipe this time. If you take a look at San Francisco, number 2 in points allowed, 17 points per game during the season on defense. Ravens, not as good, but 21 points per game. A little bit overrated, Baltimore has been all year in people's minds with their defense. You know, the Ray Lewis and the Ed Reed and the Suggs, you know, but they've played a lot better defense in the playoffs. As a matter of fact, they shaved 2 points off of their season average. They're allowing 19 points per game in the 3 playoff games they had. The Niners, 5 points off the mark at 22 points allowed in their 2 games. But nonetheless, this line's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. It opened up high, it dropped down, you know, and closer you get to post time, the public loves betting the over. And they're driving this line up, and right now I'm seeing it in one spot offshore at 48. And I think we might even see it at 48, maybe across the board by Sunday. I'm hoping for that because I'm leaning towards the under in this football game. I like the defenses of these two football teams to dominate this football game. That's what I'm looking at. They got a lot of stars on offense. You got Kaepernick, Flacco's played flawlessly. Running game's been good for them. Wide receivers making big plays downfield for both teams in the playoff games they had. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of stars on defense, too.
Well, I got to play devil's advocate with you. That's why I'm here. I can't give you a free pass.
Sure.
And
you never have.
No, yeah, that's my job. But, you know, we'll start with the game last year, and it was a 16-6 game. A little bit different makeup. A couple things that you got to point out. When that game was played last year, it was on a Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. Short week, little different preparation time for a game. Now you've got 2 weeks to prepare. Now that can work both ways. You can prepare to shut everything down, or you can also prepare to put some new wrinkles in and come up with some prizes that, you know, they haven't seen yet. You know, you're not going to change your whole chemistry of a team or your makeup of what you do because you're going to, you know, dance with who brought you to the dance, but they're going to have some wrinkles in here. You know that. And especially we've got a matchup with the two brothers. You know, each one, you know, they want to outdo the other one, and it's going to be a chess game. Well, he's going to think I'm going to do this, but I want him to think I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. You know, it's going to be a chess mess. But the big difference from last year to this year is you don't have Alex Smith as a quarterback. You've got Colin Kaepernick. And the offense, since he took over in the 9 games that he has started for the 49ers, they have averaged they've hit 27 points or more offensively in 7 of his 9 starts this year. That's something they weren't doing on a regular basis with Alex Smith. Alex Smith was more of a game manager, just, you know, drive the bus, don't wreck it. And they relied on the defense. How do you see Baltimore shutting down Kaepernick whenever it's a situation that they haven't faced a quarterback like this only once this year, and that was when they faced Washington in RG3, and the Baltimore defense did have trouble stopping Washington?
I think Coach Harbaugh at Baltimore, I got to identify which team it is, but Coach Harbaugh at Baltimore is a darn good football coach. Matter of fact, you have 2 very good football coaches in this game. Great matchup. Ironic that they're brothers, but they're going to learn from that experience. I really think they will. The read option, if you take a look at Kaepernick, he's ran the read option 20 times this year, amassed 217 yards out of the read option. But on quarterback sweeps, he's only averaged 3.3 yards per carry. I think in this ball game here, what they're going to do with him. They didn't run him a lot against Atlanta. They were able to pop big plays up the middle with James and Gore, especially in the red zone, because they didn't know what they were going to do. I think they've got enough film with him doing crazy things against Green Bay, having big plays, and then throttling him back and going the other route, that they're going to have enough information there and 2 weeks to process it, that they're going to figure out a way to shadow him and not let him be as much of a factor, or the unknown factor as everybody thinks it. I think they're going to be very successful in shutting him down.
All right, well, we've talked this one out. Let's make it official. This is your best bet, Tony. Say what it is.
My best bet for the Super Bowl, this is actually a premium play on my card, a bonus play. I'm going to come here on pregame TV and give it out. It is the under 47.5 in this football game. At the end of the day, I want everybody to wait till post time on this one. I think we're going to get an added value in the line. The public loves to bet the over. They're going to drive this line up to 48. That's my prediction. Whether it's 47.5 or 48, the under in this football game, expect a defensive battle and not a lot of fireworks. My best bet is the under.
All right, there you have it. Tony George says to take the under in the Super Bowl. That's his video best bet. I'm going to be right back here with Tony. We're going to give you some Super Bowl prop bets. We'll cover that up next. Tony's going to have some, and then we'll do a second video with my prop bets for you right here at pregame.tv.